Page 10 for the beauty of the earth. It's in middle C position. They tell you that it's in middle C position, so it is. I mean, if you look at the finger numbers and the notes and you figure out where the hands go, they don't have to tell you it's in middle C position, because at the beginning the left hand thumb's on middle C and the right hand, when it comes in, second finger's on that D. So if you put your hands there, that's middle C position. Yeah. So you don't need that up above. You can look at the music. I prefer to do that because they're not always going to tell you what the position is. You have to figure it out yourself. You just as well start figuring it out now. Here we have some eighth notes. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's in 4/4 time, we have to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the eighth notes. Like in the first measure, you have a 1 and 2 and 3 and. So the eighth notes, and there's other eighth notes in here, they're all done the same way. It's not a big deal, it's just you have to count one. And you're only counting to learn the piece. Once you have the rhythm down, you don't have to count anymore because you can feel the rhythm. What you don't want to do is just wait till somebody else plays it first and then copy what they're doing. I would really prefer you look at the music and be able to figure out the rhythm yourself. Then you can check it with others to see if you're correct or not. A little late now, I've already showed you what the rhythm is. Huh? Bring out the phrasing. The melody's kind of going back between the hands, and then sometimes the left hand gets harmony. Look at the second measure of the first line. So the right hand is melody. That's what we want to hear. The left hand has harmony. I don't like the idea of them giving you all these finger numbers, because when I was little and I was first learning to play the piano, what I actually ended up doing was just reading the finger numbers. I didn't read the notes. Tell me where to put the hands and then I'll just read the finger numbers. And that's what I did until the music got a little bit difficult and the hands started spreading out a little bit. That didn't work anymore. Then I had to learn to read the notes. So I'm encouraging you, try and read the notes. Say the note names as you're going through it if you have to, but whatever, learn the notes. Don't rely on the finger numbers. You don't need these finger numbers in the left hand in the second measure, because your hand is in that position. I wish they wouldn't do that, I really do. But they did. So the left hand is soft, the right hand's melody for that measure. And then bottom line, third measure over, same thing. And then they give you finger numbers again. But that brings out an important point, because at the bottom line you see a repeat sign over there. Just look in the, find it. It's in the bottom line somewhere. Well, right before that repeat sign you have middle C in both hands, in both stabs. One hand or the other plays the C, not both. They did it this way because they're showing the voicing. There's a voice. That bottom, this is a voice. It's like a duet. Another person singing. Another person, if they're singing along with you, could sing harmony, and they would sing those notes. So at this point in that C, you're both singing the same note, hopefully. Well, on piano, you're not going to use both hands. Well, so what I do is whichever hand has the melody gets the note. In this case, it's the right hand. So the right hand would play the C, and the left hand just res. Like so. Nothing. And that's what I suggest you do. Not just in this case, in any case where you get that. Then they have the amen at the end. They have a fermata over the last measure there. You hold that out longer. I don't know how much longer, it's how longer. When I do it with the metronome, I just double the values. So instead of 4 counts, I'm going to hold that 8 counts, and then that's close enough. And that's about all I had to point out here. You see the double bars in the third line? We're going to a different section, with short sections. But it's a different section, that's what it is. You got words. So the words at the bottom, because we are going to repeat it if you want to sing the words, you should be done with all those words by the time you hit the double bars in the third line. Because they don't tell you in the music, but that last measure of the third line starts the chorus. So that's the way that works. So you'll sing those words in the chorus both times. Dynamics, you do the dynamics. They have a crescendo in the third line. you're headed, you got to figure out where you're headed on these crescendos or decrescendos. You're headed for the first note in the second line. So it's here. Go to here. That's where, and you're going to stay there. And then the third measure, the last line, now you're coming back down. Now you're coming back down where you were. So there's not a lot of difference. I mean, you're only going to get a little louder. You don't get real loud. Just a little louder. So it adds to the music. So let's try this out slowly together. I'll give us 4 counts. Hands are in middle C position. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 1, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, off.